You absolutely hate these disgusting towers in Bloons Tower Defense 6. I asked a community poll for all of you guys, and you guys voted that the Ice Tower was one of your least favorite towers to use. You voted that the Mortar was one of your least favorite towers, the Dartling Gun, a surprise to me, and, of course, the Druid, who always ends up on these lists as one of the most hated towers of all time. So I decided, well, you know what? With all these hated towers in Bloons Tower Defense 6, can you beat Chimps with them? So to start you guys off with a couple things. First of all, I felt like the Druid is one of those weird towers that you either use him a bunch or you don't use him almost at all. And the main deciding factor on that is whether or not you pick Oben as your hero. And I decided, you know what, guys? I feel like just using an all-out Druid strategy with an Oben just seems kind of cheater to this challenge, because that is actually a pretty reasonable strategy these days. So instead, we're going to be picking a different hero. We're going to be picking random old Gwendolyn over here. No, she's not amazing, but she's kind of okay as a medium length round 100 type of tower over here, and we're playing on intermediate, so she should get to level 100 within a pretty reasonable amount of time. That being said, a Druid start is definitely the way to go here. You can tell they're absolutely shotgunning these balloons into oblivion. But our next question is, what do we want to get as our next good tower? So even though this is kind of weird and actually doesn't really help us out that much right now, I want to do a Dartling Gun. I think this guy's going to be really, really good long-term. I think we can do a lot of stuff with this guy. Just have to think about, like, long-term, what are you actually trying to get out of this guy? You know, because if you're just trying to chill with just a second-tier Dartling Gun, okay, it doesn't really matter too much on positioning, but if you want to get a 5th tier, you really want to make sure this guy's actually doing what you want him to do. So we're going to get Dartling Gun to get started in here. We're going to go for a quick Gwendolyn, and we're going to use Gwendolyn in combination with our Druids here to try to get as much Bernie stuff popping power as we possibly can. Ooh, look at this Dartling Gun, man. We're really having a micro already. This is getting difficult, guys. Of course, right now, there's not very much cam detection for me. I have to get the advanced targeting upgrade. Have to for round 24. And that means that we're going to have to decide whether or not we want to go for some sort of really nice Hydro Rocket Pods or switch into possibly some sort of weird top path. But the bottom path seems to be out of the question right now because he's just in a bad position for it. So you might be wondering, why the heck would you put your Dartling Gun back there, Chris, when this rock is in the way? That's because we're planning on getting rid of this stupid rock. We don't want him here. Now, if we get, a crap ton of Dartling Guns or a really nice Hydro Rocket Pods army, or even decide to go all the way up to a MAD or something like that, we have the ability to do so, if we please. Definitely have a weakness against purple balloons, which I really did not expect to have this problem. And the Dartling Gun barely hanging on here. Oh, we need the powerful darts upgrade. We need it, man. Otherwise, these balloons are going to just smoke us in no time at all. Plus, we're actually a little bit lucky here, because most of my towers are actually kind of a smidge bad against lead balloons. I mean, I guess I got the Mortar here, but they're still really not even good against lead balloons, because after you pop the lead layer, then you can't even pop the black layer. So I think the best thing for us to do is just rely on Gwendolyn for now. She's going to be my lead pop power here. Luckily, she is a hero that can pop lead balloons from the get-go. And I think I want to focus on getting my Dartling Gun upgraded. So I think he's going to be the guy that I need to pop almost all the group balloons in the mid-ish game. One major problem with this Dartling Gun and shooting literally as far as you possibly can from one bottom right corner all the way up to the top left corner of the screen with a bottom path Dartling Gun here, or a bottom path combo or cross path, is you miss a lot. Like, a lot. Look at these darts, man. They are literally spraying all over the place. It's kind of weird, but you know what? We're still getting enough popping power for now that I actually feel at least reasonably comfortable with just waiting for my Hydro Rocket Pods. Even though he's not great against the Moab, I think he'll still be good enough against the Moab in combination with my other couple towers in here. And if all goes according to plan, if all goes according to plan here, we should be able to take down this Moab, no problem. Oh, baby! Hydro Rocket Pods is delicious. Still missing quite a bit, don't get me wrong. I respect it. I gotta respect this Hydro Rocket Pods. You gotta use them properly over here. But I still like it. I like this a lot. Now we can decide what we want to do with the next big chunk of money. And I think the best thing for me to go for is going to be a middle path Mortar. Alright, we're going to combine these guys a little bit. I have a decent amount of cam protection for now. But I have my Campbell lead pop power. I do technically have some... no, I don't have DDT pop power. But yeah. We'll have to think about that, for sure. Long term, I don't know, man. DDTs seem like they're going to be a big problem for us. Alright, here's the first Moab. Hydro Rocket Pods. A little bit of fire on this guy. Druids. Come on. We're relying totally on this Hydro Rocket Pods here. He's getting a little bit closer to where we can actually aim properly, though. And it looks like, even though it was a bit of a problem, we do take down our first mob, but we need more mob popping power, and we need it now. Alright, folks, so here's another tower that you guys just absolutely hate. You hate this guy. We're going to go for a mortar. I'm going to go up to a middle path mortar. I'm talking about an artillery battery here. Any artillery battery, you almost always want to go top path as your cross path. It's just better right now. Bottom path's not terrible. It's just not usually worth it. And we're going to go for this artillery battery, and this guy's going to be the best bloom pop power we have for a long time. But without the village, and without the alchemist, this guy is not superbly powerful. He's just kind of okay. All right, so check out the popping power difference here. This is round 45 here. Obviously, we're doing an okay job and everything. But once we hit this artillery battery, things are going to change quite a bit. I really feel like the balloons will no longer be an issue, almost at all. So I really got to rely on this combo, though, to kind of get me my next really, really high, good tier tower. And I got to decide what I want to get for that. Because right now, my biggest fear is definitely these camo balloons. So let's do something about that, guys. With the most recent update, Ice Tower's got a pretty huge buff. So, I do want to use this guy, but I got to be a little careful with how I use him. If I do use him in the front here, which is what I want, then I'm going to have a slight issue where a lot of other towers, like Druids and all that stuff, might not be able to hit those frozen balloons. Luckily, right now, I kind of thought ahead, and my artillery battery and my hydro rocket pods are unaffected by being frozen. So we're just going to put them here. I think this is going to be the best spot for us long term. So let's use them. We're going to go for a bottom path. Check this out, guys. A bottom path, cryo cannon, and icicles. Great against balloons, but once we get up to this 5th tier tower, the icicle impale, now we're going to start to be really, really good against Moabs. But here's my cross path, though. This is quite important. Back in the day, Enhanced Freeze was the only cross path you could go for. No longer is that the case, my friends. Now we want to go permafrost, and this new... Oh, that was close. And cold snap. I should have just bought it. I should have just bought it, man. Because now check the difference out. We almost lost around 51. Now, without any micro at all, check out this cold snap, boys. Check out this cold snap. Oh, baby. Now that is ridiculously awesome. But we're still actually not quite there here. Oh, look at this. One red balloon just were to die here. Oh, got him. All right, good news. Cable leads are kind of usually an issue here. Round 59 kind of be a pain, but surprisingly, we have actually a multitude of ways to pop these guys. We've got the Hydro Rocket Pod, we've got the Ice Tower, and we have some abilities over here. So, Camel leads are not an issue, but I am afraid of this BFB right here. I'm going to use everything in my arsenal to try to take this guy down. We're going to start off with a quick fire over here. We're going to use our mortar ability, hoping to just kind of smelt through these Moab class blooms and everything. And yes, we do. We take them down, no problem. I wouldn't say no problem, but we do take down the BFB without too many issues. And you are noticing probably, hopefully, you notice that I've got almost $32,000 over here. Once we get that upgrade, things are going to change completely. But I will be honest with you guys. Round 63, it seems like it's going to be a freaking pain. I have all the towers that are actually good against round 63. I just have to use my abilities properly. A little bit of micro. A little bit of micro. Ooh, this is a bit of a pain. Here we go. We got to go like this. Boom, boom. Reinforced Moabs, dude. Don't like them at all. Don't like them at all. All right, hopefully we get that back for the last set of round 63 balloons. We're going to start off with a Gwendolyn ability.
Win for you.
All right. All right. Melt through them. Melt through them. Mortar, micro. Don't even need it, guys. Don't even need it. This is not as bad as I thought. The second run through, we're going to go bloop, and just blow them all up. That's for sure going to kill them. And for the third rush, we're going to use a Molotov cocktail again, and that should just melt right through them. All right. Mortar. Mortar on micro a little bit. Yes, yes, we mortared the micro. So good. And here we go, guys. Icicle Impale has been gotten. I think. Uh-oh. A little scarier than I want it to be. With a quick mortar ability, Icicle Impale is here! That's going to change the game completely. We were really struggle-lugging because we had $32,000 saved up. Now, this guy is going to be a Moab popping power disaster for these balloons. All right. Pops Moabs, pops Camo balloons, and I think here's the key, guys. One of my biggest weaknesses for the entirety of my defense right now has been likely DDTs. No longer will that be an issue. The only rounds that may even be slightly difficult for us are probably 78, 79, and 80, so we'll see you guys in 10 rounds. All right, so 76 was a little bit painful. Let's see how 78 is going to do for us. Not terrible, but not as good as I would have liked it to be, especially with our lack of camo detection. So what I need to do is I'm going to bomb my other tower that I was planning on doing, or kind of planning on doing, while you guys were gone. we're going to do the balloon arrow denial system. Alright, so this guy is a 4-barreled auto shotgun that can be set to attack automatically. You actually do have to set him to attack automatically, though, which is kind of weird, but I guess it kind of makes sense a little bit. And I think this guy's going to be like the thing that we were missing. You know, he's pretty good against bow-ups, decent against balloons, but he's actually really good against reinforced ceramics because he sends them backwards, which is pretty cool. So I'm hoping that this guy's going to be good enough for us. Look at that. A little troublesome against camo balloons for now, so we're really going to have to kind of eyeball what kind of towers we want to get in the late game here, because I've got $10,000 saved up before round 80, and I'm really eyeing this balloon exclusion zone. $62,000, so it's a lot of money. We might not get that guy until 90 plus. So this is why I like this guy. Zombie guys have 4,000 health, so you can kind of just look and see how much damage we're doing to this guy, while also slowing him down. It's pretty ridiculous. I mean, he did already 2,000 of the damage, plus 2,500, and then it's dead, you know? It's not a big deal at all. And then, realistically, though, I guess the biggest issue for us at this point in the game is probably the balloons. You know, I've got towers that are pretty good against the balloons, but late game, that's a lot more balloons to have to deal with, especially when they become reinforced. They could be a little bit of a pain for us. But the good news, again, is we have a lot of abilities to use, and I think if we just kind of time them right, we might be able to pull off a lot of these late rounds without having to buy anything else. Here's the first free play round. Let's check it out and see how we're going to do. So far, excellent. No issues whatsoever, but of course they get more and more and more difficult over time. So I'm realizing that I am misusing my mortar a little bit. I think that I can get a lot more popping power out of him if I actually just microwave him a tiny bit. So we're going to move the mortar up a little bit closer to the front here. He is going to be popping bow-ups a little bit, and when I need to, I'll use him to pop more balloons. But if I don't need to, I mean, this is not a zero amount of pops that we do to Moabs. He's really good against grouped Moabs. So let's keep him going and use up the best of the best, guys. And don't forget, when we use this mortar ability, whoo, hot diggity dog, is that a good amount of pop power, guys. It doesn't last that long. You know, she's used to that. But when it does hit, guys, it does a ton of damage. Man, we still need $20,000 on round 87. It seems like such a large amount of cash to save up, especially when I have to deal with groups of oh my gods over here. This is like almost too much balloons for us to handle. Check this out. We're going to have to use, I think, every ability we've got here just to hope to pop these guys. All right, and mortar the micro. Look at this microing that we have to mortar. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's quite ridiculous. All right, we're going to have to go for a big bad Gwendolyn ability here. That's going to do some burn damage right there. And it looks like we do end up cleaning them up, but oh gosh, a little harder than I wanted it to be, guys. Oh crap, reinforced ceramics, dude. Check this out. Check this out. Luckily, we do have this guy who knocks back ceramics. That's why he ends up being so good at against super ceramics, is that he just knocks them backwards. You know, gives us a little bit more time to deal with them. Kind of like an ice tower sort of situation here. We're going to blow a lot of these guys up. Doesn't even kill them automatically or anything, but every little bit of damage is going to matter here. I'm getting close to my $60,000 that I really, really want to get, but it's still going to take a few more rounds, including having to deal with some DDTs for the first time. So I'm really relying on this guy right here, and I believe that he can do it. I think 95 might be a little bit painful for us, but other than that, this guy will take down pretty much all DDTs without any issues whatsoever. So, I'm pretty happy, man. That was good. That was good. I like you. Yeah, you're pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Oh, you need some ice cream over there or something? Woo! Woo! Oh, man, we're getting tough over here. It's getting tough over here, guys. But we're so close. We're almost there. We will be able to pull this off, I believe. I actually had a micro in the bottom corner over here. That's how scary this was. But, again, I'm really hoping once I get this guy, life is just going to be good. Life is just going to be basically over for these balloons. Plus, I can buy some other crap after that, too. So, all right, I got to move my mortar down a little bit. I'm going to use every little bit of pop power I got, every single ability that I've got here. These reinforced ceramics are just such a pain in my butt. It's almost ridiculous. Now, one thing I should mention is that this guy is actually not very good against DDTs. I believe he cannot pop the lead layer aspect of the DDT, which makes him very unuseful for round 95. So what I'm going to do is, even though this is kind of goofy, I am not going to upgrade him on round 94 if I can hold it back. I'm going to upgrade him on round 95 because just in case it isn't what I need to beat round 95, I will have $65,000 to change up my strategy and pull something out different on. It's a little bit of a technique that I think it's kind of fun. All right, let's use every ability we got. Oh crap, I have no abilities left. It's all going to be about micro here. Mortar micro specifically, but that's not the only micro that I need. Oh crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I did it. I changed my mind. This is too bad for us. This is too hard for us. All right, guys. We're taking a risk. We're taking a risk. We've got him now. The balloon exclusion zone is here. We have to hope that this ice tower is going to be enough against these DDTs, but I do have some money left over. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a quick mortar. We're going to go up to a bottom path with faster reload, and we're going to just decamelize all these balloons as they walk in. Might not be the biggest help ever, but I think every little bit's going to matter for us. Let's do that, and that opens us up if we want to get shattering shells, which will make the reinforced balloons just that much easier to have to deal with. All right, so far, decent. Let's use our mortar ability. Not really that useful against DDTs, but all the balloons inside it is. All right, this guy first. Let's blow all these DDTs up. All right, blow them up, boys. Blow them up. You're down to the last few. Yes! 95! Take it down. That was going to be a painful level, no matter what we were doing. It was going to be a painful level, and we just broke it. Level 20 Gwendolyn, guys. This is good, but it is getting scary at this point. These are hated towers in Bloons Tower Defense 6 for a reason, and we're still managing to pull it off here. All right, all the micro required. Luckily, I can kind of unmicro things quite easily in a lot of situations, which is good. All right, so the next big, chunky balloon that I'm going to be very, very worried about is got to be. I think it's pretty clear here, guys. It's going to be the bad balloon. So the question is, what do you want to do against the bad balloon? Well, first of all, there's a little technique here. All right, you can do this. First of all, do this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Get an improvement, and then you can get either larger radius or enhanced freeze. We're going to go for enhanced freeze today. This is going to do extra damage to the bow of glass balloons, kind of all around him. He doesn't hit that many of them, which is not ideal, but manageable. And then what I want to do is I want to get some more druids. We're going to spam quite a few druids because this is going to be where most of my bad balloon popping power comes from. And don't forget, Gwendolyn's abilities, Ring of Fire, whatever the heck it's called. I don't remember what it's called. The Heat It Up! The fiery blast wave around us is going to help us out. You can see they've got little Gwendolyn things over them. So we're going to go for bottom path druids, Pop Lust, up to Thorn Swarm. So all I want to do is just pop these bigger balloons, and that's it. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the bad balloon guys and nothing else. DDTs on round 99, maybe. You know, maybe. There's a possibility those guys could be a little bit troublesome here. So, but I still think the bad balloon is going to be what kills us, if anything's going to kill us. Round 98, the biggest level in the game. No doubts about it. This guy is chunky and chunkerific, chunkalicious. I'm going to use all my abilities fairly early here. Try to take down all the reinforced BFBs. Going superbly well right now. Oh my god, yes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow by my Pop Plus Thorn Swarm and another Pop Plus Thorn Swarm once we get to it. And hope that we got enough pop power. It does look pretty good though. 98, usually a pretty big problem. You know, I wouldn't say it was easy. Still had to work on it a little bit here, but actually not that bad. Plus, I did switch my Ice Tower over to first, so I don't know if that's mattering at all, but I did do that. All right, every little bit of abilities that we got here, let's use them. Gwendolyn's Cocktail. DDTs are taken down. Wow, look at that. And we got one more Pop Plus we can get. Let's build one more on top of this. We get one more of these puppies, and that's where all the money is, guys. That's every little bit of money we've got. Thorn Swarm. And I guess the Druid of the Wrath. That's every single dollar we've got. All right, let's use every single mortar we've got. This doesn't really matter much. I mean, I can't really aim better than that. But we'll try. We'll try and throw every single thing we got at him. No slowing down this time around. So we do have to rely on our towers themselves doing real damage here against this bad balloon. This is going to be troublesome. I kind of wish I saved my mortar ability, even though it doesn't seem like... Oh, no! Micro! Mortar that micro, Chris! Here we go. Oh, man, this is getting scary. This is getting real scary here. DDTs! All right, mortar ability. Right on top of those Oh My Gods. Use Gwendolyn's ability here. Cocktail them. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We can speed this up now. I'm feeling pretty good here. Let's fire it up right at the very end. And it looks like we do. We take down Chimps mode with the most hated towers in Bloons Tower Defense 6. If you guys haven't pressed that like button yet, do that right now. And, of course, have a super duper delicious day.